25 minute trial. Nice to see you. Cheers.
Sunday morning at Barkston Heath, and an extraordinary gathering is getting underway. The famed Nationals Swapmeet. 2012 sees a change to the layout of the Swapmeet. All of the stalls were situated on the aircraft parking bays just below the trade village. It gave a lot more room for the punters to walk about and examine the goods. I would say I preferred it this way, but it would probably be a different statement if it was raining or blowing a gale. The amount of goods for sale is truly staggering. Here at the Swapmeet or the adjacent trade village, but remember to bring a good wad of notes. And whatever you're looking for, be it super scale, scale or semi-scale, somewhere here amongst all these stalls you will find what you're looking for. There were some super models on offer, and if you were to purchase one ready built, you could save yourself months of work. Maybe it's vintage that takes your eye. There's plenty of them. You could go a little retro as well. Although I will say stuff wasn't cheap. A lot of stuff was quite dear. But these pictures were taken at the start of the Swapmeet, and later in the day things do drop. Hey, I like this, that little ladybird. I always fancied one. Should have bought it because that was reasonable, with a little diesel engine in it. It would have been ideal for the chuck and duck on the Saturday night.
I used to be a public and I used to do that.
The ready-to-fly airframes, or plug and play as they are often called, catch the eye first. Then the real stall routing begins. It's good to let your mind ramble back to your balsa bashing days. Do you remember the first plan you bought? I do. Mine was a Vic Smead Electra in the earlier part of the 1950s, when the Aero Modeller first published it. All the models I constructed in those days were built from plans. Kits, well, they were a little on the dear side, £2.17 and 6 for a Junior 60 in our local model shop. There were a number of models on offer that needed finishing or refurbishing. This is an area where the bargains are usually to be found. Engines. There were plenty of them, ranging from small diesels to big brutes.
I think you bought it for a quarter scale Spitfire.
Oh yes, yeah. Big old brute.
Yeah, don't make it anymore, do they? So they're collectible as well.
Yeah.
I've been around that.
Loads of accessories for sale, and lots of radio controlled transmitters, ranging from the more basic through to the upmarket stuff, some of it quite top end, and that space box would be quite sought after. How many of us didn't have one of these, with or without the Ripmax 50th logo? That must be one of the earliest of the radio control models and electronics magazines. Some lovely old radios, just crying out to be converted to 2.4. Looked upon by many as male jewellery, these top-end transmitters. It's not just aircraft that you will find at this Swapmeet. You'll find boats, trains, cars, as well as bric-a-brac and memorabilia. A nice grasshopper on offer, and an equally nice Flybaby biplane. Another area in which there were an abundance of kits was the plastic models, and there was some quite rare stuff on offer. I had never seen a model of the King George V before, but there was one on this stall. The Bismarck and the hood are regularly modelled, but we never see the other one, the Rodney. Or I've never seen a kit of the Rodney, the most unusual of them. Was it Black Magic or Milk Tray the lady loved? The Black Magic awaiting a power plant. On this stall there was this vintage model, but there was also a very unusual flying boat. I don't know what it was, whether it was a scale model. It did change hands, because later I saw it heading for the car park. The Flare Fokker triplane of the Red Baron fame. This next model is unusual. It is a Sopwith triplane, and although the Fokker version is well modelled, this is the first one I've seen at this size of the Sopwith version. There was a wide range of books, magazines on full size and models, as well as pictures on show. The choice on offer is endless, ranging from pilots, like this unusual one, to collectible memorabilia, which leads my mind to ramble back to the great model railway swap meets of the 1980s and 90s, to the Northgate Arena in Chester. The huge crowds crowded down the parapet waiting to get in. Watching the proceedings throughout the day and keeping his eye on the weather, the Navajo Rainman. I had to look twice. A razzle. It has survived the test of time. This was nice. A free-flight Gladiator, almost as old as me. No porcupines, true. For the rotary-winged enthusiast, there was plenty on offer, ranging from some very nice scale models to now what we accept as the traditional model helicopter shape. Plus the more unusual, the freewheeling blades of an autogyro. The new dimension, the multi-rotor platform, was also on offer. You could have it in 2, 3 or 4 rotors. The 4-rotor one was carrying a video camera. Been interesting to look down at the Swapmeet from it. Expensive looking helicopter accessories. A great plus point of the Swapmeet is you bump into old friends and can have a good old natter about the engines or the gliders on offer. This big Pat Teakle model got to be a bargain for somebody at that money. You can judge for yourself just how much extra space has been created between the stalls by bringing the Swapmeet outside onto this apron. It must now cover in excess of 2 acres. It's got to make it one of the biggest Swapmeets you're ever likely to attend. Another model that it was nice to see, the Harrier, that has survived its intended lifestyle. But it wasn't cheap. A lovely old work of art. I wonder if it found a new owner. Plenty of control line stuff to keep the enthusiasts happy. including some ready-made combat models. Nicely finished, aren't they?
Just like the bullets shooting on film.
As the afternoon wears on, the event starts to come to a close. Much stuff has changed hands and found new owners. It has been a good day. I have enjoyed it. I hope you have too. And we will look forward to next year, to the next one. Goodbye.